For all the latest updates, subscribe to Newsline.
Former White House National Security Advisor and former United States Ambassador to the United Nations, John Bolton, has been making headlines over the past few days. Bolton now said that he will not vote for Trump and hopes that he is a one-term president in the White House. I hope history will remember him as a one-term president who didn't plunge the country irretrievably into a downward spiral. John Bolton dropped another bombshell by saying that Donald Trump is unfit for office. I don't think he's fit for office. I don't think he has the competence to carry out the job. I'm not going to vote for him in November. Certainly not going to vote for Joe Biden either. I'm going to figure out a conservative Republican to write in. I think the concern I have, speaking as a conservative Republican, is that once the election is over, if the president wins, the political constraint is gone. And because he has no philosophical grounding, there's no telling what will happen in a second term. Bolton's book about his time in the Trump administration is scheduled to be released later this week. Advanced copies of the book have revealed a scathing indictment of Trump, and Bolton has been sharply criticized by Democratic lawmakers for not testifying in Trump's impeachment. Bolton has also described Donald Trump as naive and dangerous. Bolton elaborated on many of the key themes outlined in his book, including Trump's affinity for authoritarian leaders, including North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The threat from North Korea today is absolutely greater because while all these photo opportunities were taking place, there's absolutely no doubt that North Korea's work on both its nuclear and ballistic missile programs continued. It's one of the most secretive societies on the planet. Bolton said he did not believe the regime has slowed down one bit during these 2 years of negotiations with North Korea. Bolton has also mentioned in his book that Trump rejected Prime Minister Narendra Modi's waiver on oil sanctions from Iran. Bolton alleged that Trump thought China was the greatest cheater in the world and was not sympathetic to Prime Minister Modi's waiver to Iran's oil sanctions. Bolton also claimed in his book that he was also worried about Pakistan. Bolton also claims in his book that the post-Balakot crisis was never really a crisis. He had chosen not to ignore it since India and Pakistan were nuclear-armed neighbors. India complained it would be disadvantaged not only because of having to find new suppliers, but also because the new sources would insist on prevailing market prices. India's making this argument was understandable, but it was incomprehensible that US bureaucrats echoed it sympathetically. Bolton also claimed that US envoy to the UN, Nikki Haley, wanted to go to India and visit the Dalai Lama, but was not allowed. Haley asked Trump about a trip she wanted to take to India to visit the Dalai Lama. The purpose of this trip was unclear, other than getting a photo op with the Dalai Lama, always good for an aspiring Pole. But the minefield she strayed into by raising the China trade issue showed a political tenure. Once Trump wondered how China would view Haley's seeing the Dalai Lama, the trip was essentially dead. John Bolton has made a lot of scathing attacks against US President Donald Trump in his book, The Room Where It Happened. Bolton has also stated that Trump has been manipulated by many foreign leaders. Trump has been preparing for the presidential rallies for the upcoming elections in November this year. The 45th President of the United States of America has been under fire this year for his handling of the COVID-19 crisis. The surge in COVID-19 cases in USA has got the opposition criticizing the Trump administration. Trump also received a lot of flack in the latest racial attacks that happened in USA, which sparked outrage and nationwide protests. Trump's rally in the state of Oklahoma over the weekend saw a very low turnout. With John Bolton making scathing attacks to US President Donald Trump, it remains to be seen what will be the outcome for USA in the months to come.